Welcome back to our third video on trigonometry, right triangle trig specifically. This is now in your notes packet on page 70. So let's fill those in. Okay, go right to there. Now, what you're noticing is from the previous video, we did talk about the idea of sine. Okay, right there. So this one is sine, but it gets abbreviated SIN. Then you have cosine. It's abbreviated with COS, and then of course tangent, right? Now what does that mean? So it's a little bit tricky. At some point you're going to see something like this, sine, and what we're going to replace it with is an angle. Okay, now here's what this means. There is a right triangle out there with a 30-degree angle right here. Now, what they did was they studied all the right triangles with any possible angle you can think of as the other acute angle. And what happens is the calculator will give us a decimal, 0.5. Now, remember that sine, okay, of some angle is always going to give us the ratio of the opposite over the hypotenuse. Okay, opposite over hypotenuse. So here's what this means. This 0.5 is this is what it's telling us. Since this leg is opposite, this one's adjacent, that one's hypotenuse, we know the ratio of the opposite to the hypotenuse will be 0.5 to 1. That seems a little strange. Okay, we'll do a couple more just to give you a couple more examples of that. All right, so let's say you have another problem where sine of 35 is in it. All right? Okay, here's what this means. There is a right triangle out there, right triangle, with a 35-degree angle right here. Now, what's going to happen is that decimal is going to come out, type it in your calculator, it's 0.57. Usually we round to 4 places on trig. Okay, now here's what it really means. The ratio of the opposite of the hypotenuse, right, in this case, specifically 35 degrees now, it's going to be 0.5736 to 1. So that's a ratio. Now, let's see how that, one more. Okay, so sine of, let's say 50 degrees. So the calculator will tell us it's 0.7660. All that means is there is a right triangle out there with a 50-degree angle here. Okay, so then the ratio of these two sides, opposite to hypotenuse, is 0.7660 to 1. That's the meaning behind it. So once you grasp that, the problems that we'll do next in the next video will be a little more reasonable.